All right, this morning we're headed down to Mesquite, New Mexico, and Anthony, Texas to look at cargo trailers. I think I'm gonna buy me one of those to move my trike around, and I build rustic furniture. Anyway, I'm gonna take you guys along for the ride and let you help me make my choice. Well, I'm not gonna let you help me make my choice, but we're gonna go down there and take a look at a few different manufacturers. I think I know what I want, but anyway, come along for the ride. Well, a word to the wise: if you're gonna make a large purchase to buy a cargo trailer, if you use a credit card, at least the place I'm going, I think I'm going to buy mine. If you use a credit card, they're going to charge you 3% for using that credit card. If you use a debit card, they don't charge you that 3%. So you need to go to the bank and make sure, you know, if it's over a certain amount of money, that you're allowed to do a withdrawal on your debit card for that much money. I ain't paying 3%. I mean, this trailer's like $5 grand, so that's a lot of money. Wasted money. So I just left Wells Fargo. I think I'm okay. So let's go down to Mesquite and Anthony and pick out our trailer. So they're gonna do a QC acceptance, checking my tire pressures, checking the rig out. Got a side door, and it's got a bed ramp on the back. This is the load runner. It's 6'7" interior, which I like. 6'x10", rated close to 3,000 pounds on towing capacity. Should work out fine. It's dirty, it's black. That's okay, we'll clean it up. Got little fold down jacks for the rear stabilizers on both sides. You're going to throw in a free spare which mounts on the interior. I'll show you the interior in a bit. I like this large diamond stone guard, and then they got this is just a little extra details that I like. Keep the rock off the paint. Smart. You just said.
Yeah, so on this side of the trailer, you'll have a QR code. You can go ahead and hover over that with your smartphone. Quick way to access your owner's manual digitally. On this side of the trailer now, what I'm going to do is verify your VIN number. Full 17 digits of the VIN located here. Model with the size. It'll also be information sheet for your tire information, as well as your carrying capacity of the trailer. Okay, so here I'm just going to go ahead and verify the VIN. S1014 SK099691. Perfect. All set there. Now, if you'd like to grab your vehicle, back on up to it, I'll start with getting you all connected, okay?
And my plug's right on top of the hitch.
Oh, perfect. I didn't even see it there.
I laid a tear, forgot to tell you.
Good spot for it. So when you have your headlights to the on position, it'll send power to your interior light. Regular on and off switch, okay? I just like to recommend that you have it off before you go down the road. Okay.
Okay.
All lights on the exterior as well, all LED. And then one thing we'll do right now is we'll set your tire pressure to 50 psi. We'll torque your lug nuts to 100 foot-pounds. And then I'll show you how these rear jack stabilizers work, okay? So, on the inside of your wall, you're gonna have safety rod. This you can use on either side, okay? And what this does is you would insert this through here, okay? That would prevent the jack from failing, okay? Really what it's recommended for is for walking in and out of the trailer. If you're gonna load anything heavy, say more than like 200 pounds, I would recommend have the trailer connected to the vehicle. That way it doesn't put too much stress on this. Okay. You'll go ahead and pull the rod out, push down, pull up, and then it's kind of loud. You'll hear it when it locks in place.
Okay.
Same thing on the opposite side.
Okay.
So again, you can use the rod on either or side. Okay. Pull up, pull down, and you hear it lock in place.
Okay.
And then this guy is just gonna hang out on the inside of your wall, right here. All set.
Cool.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and start torquing the lug nuts.
It's 50 pounds on the tires.
Correct.
Okay, thanks, Robert. And it's got the buddy for lubing, right?
Sure does. Yeah, you've got that.
The cap, you just pull that off and put a grease.
Have a zerk fitting behind it. Yeah, we recommend to check and relubricate every 6 months or 6,000 miles.
And these are radial tires?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you kicking in that spare for me.
Oh, yeah.
So basically I've got 4 grease points on this trailer.
Correct.
I've got 2 on the rear deck hinge on the ramp and 2 on the bearings.
Correct.
And how many miles when I repack the bearings?
Check and relubricate every 6 months or 6,000 miles.
How have these tires been holding up for you?
Very good. Yeah, good partnership with Treadit on these radial tires. You get a 1-year free replacement on them as well. So you get a nail, a screw in it, a blowout, something like that. We submit a claim for you, and you get a 1-year free replacement on them.
No matter what I do?
Yes, sir. Yeah, great partnership with Treadit there.
It's not an exact match, but I got a charcoal van and a black trailer. They don't look too bad. Interstate doesn't make charcoal. They make silver and just black.
I grab it on the cables to close the door. I would try not to do that. Over time, it could mess with the tension on the spring, okay? So what we always recommend is you grab it by the base of the door, and then of course with the spring assist, you see the door pretty much wants to close itself. You'll just guide it up so it doesn't slam. And then from there, you can go ahead, close it all up, and get your locks on there.
And how do, where's those grease certs on the hinges, the lower hinges? Right there on the, it's welded?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right here. Over time, you'll just want to double check the grease there. You can use lithium grease.
Okay.
Over time with our area, with all the wind and dust, you may want to hit your hinges for the cam locks with a little bit of penetrating oil, WD-40 over time. If you hear a little squeak, more than likely it's because dirt found its way in there.
Right.
Okay. But other than that, these trailers, they're Very resilient.
Cool.
Door catch down here. When you open this up, you can go ahead and just lock it in place. That way it'll help the door from smacking you in the back of the legs.
Okay. Oh, I see. And that's metal instead of plastic. I like
Correct.
that.
Correct.
I've seen some cheaper trailers with plastic.
Oh yeah, and then over time, especially in this area, the plastic ones just don't hold up.
Another thing I noticed over some trailers is these hinges are welded.
Oh yeah.
Instead of bolted through, so you can't break into this hinge.
Correct. Yeah, steel frame
and then
door.
these are blind headed. You can't take these out. You could cut them off with a grinder, I guess. Somebody's going to do that. They're going to get in your trailer no matter what.
Correct.
That's another thing I liked about doing business with Trailer Plus is they have the ability to. I guess most trailer manufacturers will put a spare in for you, but this one already had it in.
Correct.
The rack that attached to one of the studs, steel studs. That's cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You don't want to leave home without that bad boy.
Flip this guy down. If you're gonna do any work on the inside of the trailer, trim pieces that are on here with staples, you'll just take those off, and then pretty simple to take off the panels. Phillips head on the screws, you could go ahead and take those off. Insulation wise, if you're ever looking to do stuff like that, we've had some clients that do spray foam. Other than that, you can get panels from like Lowe's, Home Depot, drop them in the back, put the panels back on the on top of it, and then
How have they done the insulate the ceiling? Same way?
yeah, same way. I've seen more people do it with spray foam on the ceiling.
Okay.
I think it's a little bit more user friendly doing it that way. But you know, nice thing with these is you have the one-piece aluminum roof. Okay, and then truly the biggest issues we see on the trailers is abuse on the customer side.
Okay.
So just make sure you stay on top of tire pressure and grease on your wheel bearings. 50 psi is the cold pressure recommendation, as well as 100 foot-pounds of torque on the lug nuts. Generally what we see is people will neglect the tire pressure. From time to time you'll have tires that wear funny. So, you know, take care of the trailer, it takes care of you.
Cool.
Other than that, pretty easy on these. Commercial grade. This thing's essentially ready for you to load it, put it straight to work.
And what I guess the thing I liked about Trailers Plus, Robert, was the nationwide support that the company has. So let's say I'm in New Mexico, there's a dealer here in El Paso and one up in Albuquerque.
Correct.
So let's say I go to Colorado, Utah, places like that.
Oh yeah.
I can go anywhere and
yeah.
get support.
Yeah, you've got coverage all through there. We've got stores in Utah, Colorado, California. We've got about, off the top of my head, about 83 across the US. Nice thing is you'll also have some warranty information in your sales packet. And if you register for that service, I believe it gives you a little bit of coverage as well, like on the side of the road for like tire change service, stuff like that, which I can go over with you as well.
Okay, thank you.
But it is nationwide. It does give you that peace of mind if, you know, unfortunately there was a mishap and something happened, you know, you're not going to be SOL on the side of the road.
Cool. And these strips are to keep the top from rattling against the...
Correct.
To keep the aluminum from
Oh yeah.
Getting scarred up in here.
Big
and
time.
This is just a heat barrier, or same as
Yeah,
rattle?
just like a liner they put, and that'll keep the steel from making contact with the aluminum.
All right, cool. And then I got a spring in here, just like a garage spring, right?
Exactly. You've got another hidden QR code up top too, similar to the one that you had on your A-frame.
Okay.
Another way for you to digitally pull up your owner's manual too.
Cool. Right on, man. And then we have tie downs on the corners, and then you have these tie downs as well. I noticed that you sell the tracks in there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you just put those into the 16-inch on center?
Correct. Yeah.
Screw them in?
Correct.
Is this 16 or 24?
16. Yes.
So every so often you got to just drop in some lag bolts to hold them in?
Oh yeah. Yeah, and self-tapping screws generally is what we use to put them in. E-Track, it gives you a lot of different versatility inside the trailer. You can hang stuff on the walls, you could build a shelf into it, you could put it on the floor, say if you had to tie down like an ATV or something like that. People really like the E-Track because then if you have to move a refrigerator or something like that, you have E-Track in here. You don't have to be stressing about where can I tie down to.
Right on, Robert. And how long you been working for Trailer Plus?
I've been with the company now for 7 years.
And you're the manager of this store?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm the store manager for the location here in El Paso.
And we're actually north of El Paso, right outside Anthony. What's the real name of this town?
Vincent.
Vincent? Is it a
Texas.
town or just a blink?
They actually call it the village of Vincent.
Okay, so it's a blink, right?
Yeah.
All right. It's dairy cattle farmers down here, right?
Oh yeah.
A lot of them?
Oh yeah. Area known for cotton, for the dairies, alfalfa, corn, you know, big farm country out here.
Pecans down here as well?
Oh yeah, lots of pecans too. Oh yeah.
Any green chilies, or is that north?
Yeah, more north.
Yeah.
But I think people have tried, it just doesn't really take the best out here.
Yeah, it's a little hot down here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got plenty of heat, that's for sure.
And your families are farmers going way back, huh?
Oh yeah. Yep, way back. My grandfather actually had pulled Herefords in Chamberino, New Mexico.
And your uncle was also famous in Mesilla, right?
Yes, yeah. J. Paul Taylor was my great uncle, the brother of my grandfather, and he was very well known and respected, especially in Mesilla, New Mexico. Great man.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about him. He just passed away recently.
Correct.
So I just did a video on Mesilla about the adobes, and it turns out that that's one of your cousins that's carrying the forward for them.
Yeah, the one that they kind of steered you towards was Pat Taylor, and he's a cousin of ours, and he's very well respected in the adobe world too. Yeah,
that's a strong part of New Mexico culture. We need to keep that heritage alive for my wife and my son and your family as well. Sounds like my wife and you guys might be cousins, huh?
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Big small town.
Small New Mexico, Texas border town, huh?
Sure is. Sure is. You can just keep it on the inside here.
Cool.
Should stay there.
I can get another thing to help with that. Cool.
But at least for now, you'll have it to go with you.
Thanks for taking care of me.
Locks goes hitch pin receiver.
Okay.
That will keep your receiver locked to the back of your vehicle. This guy will be for the latch. So essentially you would put that through the top of the latch through right here. That would prevent somebody from, say you're at a rest stop or something like that, unhooking the trailer from the vehicle.
Understood.
Hockey puck locks are generally what people go for the doors. Reason being is you can't get bolt cutters on them, you know, since the tumbler and everything locks inside.
Yeah.
Those are real nice. You can get one for the side door, two for the rear ramp. And we also have these universal wheel chocks, which are pretty cool too. Very multi-purpose. They fit on most cars, trucks, SUVs, and trailers. Kind of like a boot, you know?
Yeah, I see that.
Really what you aim to accomplish is just keeping an honest man honest.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a power operated grinder and start hacking steel all day long.
And most secure form of safety would be our trailer defender. This lock in itself, it's 1/4 inch steel, but the benefit of this lock is your safety chains actually lock inside it. So that way they couldn't just grab your chains, connect it to another vehicle and drag the trailer away. These are real nice.
Okay.
So just have to line it up correctly. Then normally what I like to do is just do the shake test, make sure the tumbler doesn't fall down, then you know it's locked on there correctly. So for starters, this will be like the ball, okay? What we're gonna do is put your safety chains on the inside. Okay, we're gonna twist this up. That way there's tension on the chains. Okay, we'll lock this down. Again, this is facing out towards us. Now you're gonna line the grooves up. This guy will slide over. Everything nice and flush. Okay, puck lock will go on the end here. Same concept of just lining it up. I grabbed an old lock since this is a customer's trailer, so it's fighting me a little bit. Should have grabbed a new one. Perfect, just like that. So a nice thing with this is, say you have it at a job site, it's backed into your driveway, what have you, and somebody walks up and unhooks the trailer, it won't come off. Same concept with the chains. You can't just grab onto the chains and drag the trailer away. All right.
They're doing a repair on this, huh?
Yes, sir.
Cool. At least you guys work on them. A lot of these places probably don't work on them.
Correct. Let's see if I can do this here. So we'll just pull this guy out. This will be your regular pin. And we'll put the locking one through. So you'll have 2 keys for this guy. And then basically all we're gonna do is just line this up, lock it down. What I like to do after it's locked is just pull backwards on it, make sure it's locked, and that's it. That way nobody can steal the receiver off the back of your truck.
Okay, and then the last one I got to get that you don't have is the one for right here.
Correct, yeah. Generally we would have a locking latch pin as well. It would insert through there. That would prevent somebody from just opening the trailer with nothing on it to take it off and put it on another vehicle.
Cool. All right. So these pins up here is everywhere you guys have a dealership?
Correct. Correct. And the red thumbtacks will be our manufacturing facilities. Your trailer comes out of the plant in Kingman, Arizona. Company headquarters is up here in Napa, Idaho. We've also got a manufacturing facility there. Another one in Conway, Arkansas, in West Virginia. We might be behind on a couple thumbtacks up here. I know for sure we're already in Pennsylvania, but a lot of nationwide coverage.
That's one reason I went with y'all. I really wanted to support. Okay, I'm here with sales manager at Trailer Plus with Robert of Waterhouse.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you for
My pleasure.
helping me out today. That was a pleasant experience.
My pleasure.
I don't think it didn't take too long, did it?
No, not at all. Appreciate your patience with all the checks and everything we do, and thank you again for your service as well.
Well, thank you. All right, man, I'm out of here.